Sometimes I get paranoid eating around people thinking I'm being poisoned, and Cursed Meal is proof that I've been right all this time. Developed by Waster, who at this point is known for pasting hyper-realistic faces onto these polygonal doll-like characters, this is the latest in his repertoire. In this short PS1-inspired game, you'll solve simple puzzles and activities, but that's just the stuff in between the real work that is done building the tension. Although the scares are cheap with audio pangs telling you when to be scared, this is not to discredit the artistry on display here, because the story here is actually a highlight. This feels like playing through a random horror movie a friend found somewhere shady. Let's dig into this dish and just see how much bite it has. You arrive at a church to help out. The preacher, Gavin, who talks like Banjo-Kazooie, gives you the grand tour, including a kitchen literally filled with meat and his father's grave. Along the way, you meet the gardener and find out about the person you're replacing. You bring your luggage in and find some missing files. While I was doing this, I found a coin on the table by the entrance. Now, it's time to meet the 4 children coming to the church for shelter. All of them seem traumatized and are just grateful for a place to stay. You give what reassurance you can and help cook dinner to get them fed and settled in before resting yourself. You wake up late in the night and help the gardener and get locked in the shed in a sequence that did scare me because I got so disoriented. Speaking of, something about this Graham character in particular just creeps me out. Kinda gives creepy maintenance guy energy. With all the low light and the field of view, it's hard to know what's happening if you aren't looking directly at it. You go to bed but hear crying and find the preacher in the graveyard, and after he dodges some questions, go to bed. The next day, Thomas is missing. Preacher man Gavin keeps putting off the conversation about Thomas until your confession. You get in the booth and the preacher gives you empty platitudes about life while evasively saying that Thomas went elsewhere. You have no choice but to leave the booth, and now would be the operative time to get out of Dodge, but of course, we have to see where this one goes. The kids are obviously disturbed by Thomas's disappearance. You'll help the gardener get the grounds cleaned up and bring the mystery meat, along with the 3 other kids, to eat up after commenting on the oddly huge proportions of meat. You are feeling tired, and find Gavin mumbling a prayer about how things didn't work out, and he's always hungry. You interrupt him saying, "I won't let him starve." The next morning, only Mara remains. You steal a key from the desk drawer and are scolded by the preacher for being in his room. After that, you go to the gardener and tell him you're going to head down to the mysterious cellar. In response, he gives you a mystery liquid. You wake up in the middle of the night and help Mara hide in the confessional booth. After reassuring her that she will be fine, you head down into the cellar. The scene is red and brown, with meat piled high and a summoning circle on the floor. Nearby, you find Gavin's diary, revealing his father is still very much alive and eating human flesh after eating the meat. In the graveyard, you go down a ladder inside the grave and head down to find Mara, the preacher, and his bloated father. After splashing the father with the liquid, he starts convulsing. You grab Mara and make for the exit. After convening in the graveyard, you meet her at the gate, only to find Gavin giving chase. You head out the gate and make for a wooded area. An angel statue in the woods lets you know the coins we found bring the kids back to life. We only saved the 1 kid, but we can take Mara away. And that's the end of the game. But now we gotta find those other 2 coins. I play through the whole game again, combing the environment for just the coins. This time I found a second one in the confessional booth on the final night. I was so sure I would find the last one in the forested area, but unfortunately no dice. So a few days later, I tried again. This time on the final night, I found one in Gavin's cabinet and was able to save the kids, but sadly I didn't get any acknowledgement of my accomplishment. But wait, Mara and I both ate the meat, so does that mean we can only live on human flesh now? The game never explores that, but I think that's part of the fun of these stories. Finding all the coins wasn't really worth it, but it's definitely a fun one to play along with friends. Till next time, don't eat the mystery meat, and don't trust Gavin.